Does anyone else have that one person in a friend group who, for absolutely no discernible reason, just exists as the group's collective punching bag? I mean, I'm talking about a zero-tolerance policy. Even if they aren't actively doing anything wrong, they're just minding their business, existing peacefully in their corner. They're automatically the designated target. They absorb all the stray frustration, misplaced anger, and general group cruelty. Every friend group needs a Derek, I guess, but that doesn't make it right. We need to honor their sacrifice. My friends and I were recently having one of our usual, overly aggressive, and entirely pointless arguments. The kind of trivial debate that rapidly escalates into genuine yelling and strained friendships. The topic that day, whether it's fundamentally better to watch a foreign language show dubbed in English or with original audio and subtitles. I know. It's a ridiculous thing to yell about, but we're passionate people. The dub camp, fueled by their conviction that reading ruins immersion, was facing off against the subtitled purists, who insisted dubbing was an act of cinematic blasphemy. We were deep in the trenches, trading insults about reading comprehension and the emotional range of voice actors, leaning across the table, voices cracking. We'd reached that critical, pre-apology phase where everyone is too mad to back down, but secretly knows they look ridiculous. And then there was Derek. Sweet, innocent, non-confrontational Derek. He was sitting on the sofa, completely removed from the war zone. He hadn't said a single word about foreign policy, lip sync issues, or subtitle font size. He was simply enjoying his time, quietly watching the rest of us self-destruct while munching on a family-sized bag of extra crunchy chips. But fate, it seems, has a cruel sense of humor, especially when Derek is involved. In the middle of my friend Sarah's particularly fierce defense of the Squid Game English dub, Derek started to choke. Not a quiet, dignified cough. This was a full-bodied, guttural, rattling cough, the sound of a rigid potato chip shard launching itself on a round-trip ticket through the wrong pipe. Now, in any normal social group, the appropriate reaction to a friend clearly fighting for air would be immediate concern, maybe a quick Heimlich maneuver, or at least a supportive pat on the back. But this was our friend group, and this was Derek. Instead of concern, his struggle became a catastrophic amplifier for the anger we already felt. The sheer noise of his gasping, a desperate, wet, involuntary sound, shredded the thin veneer of our civilized debate. Every single person at that table instantly pivoted their fury. The shouting match about subtitles abruptly ceased, replaced by a unified, laser-focused rage directed entirely at the choking man. "Shut up, Derek," someone roared. "You're not even a part of this argument," another person yelled, completely exasperated by his timing. "Can you be any louder? We are having a serious discussion here," shouted the third, somehow blaming Derek for the chip's internal navigational error. Meanwhile, poor Derek was stuck. He was physically fighting for his life, his face turning that alarming shade of beet red, tears streaming from his eyes, not from sadness, but from pure, involuntary physiological distress. He was battling a rigid piece of fried potato waging a round-for-round war with his esophagus, and yet he couldn't even defend himself with a simple, "I'm choking, you psychopaths," because he was practically suffocating. His flailing gestures, meant to convey "I require medical assistance," were universally interpreted as "I am being disrupted." He finally managed to clear his throat in a spectacular, painful, and noisy burst, pulling his attention back from the brink of death just in time to receive another wave of scathing glares. We never finished the dub versus sub debate that night, but we did successfully make a choking man feel infinitely worse about his unfortunate choice of snack timing. So, I'm putting it out there, we need justice. Justice for Derek. And for all the other unoffending, perpetually bullied directs out there who only wanted a chip and ended up being silenced by their supposed friends during an argument they weren't even invited to join. Next time, Derek, just bring popcorn. It's softer.